3 days after my dream wedding, I got a call that froze my blood. Brenda, the venue manager, said we needed to talk about the security footage and that I needed to see it urgently. "Come alone, please. Do not say anything to your husband yet." When I saw those images, my world collapsed. Everything I believed about my marriage was a carefully constructed lie. But before we continue, make sure you are already subscribed to the channel and leave a comment below. Where are you watching this video from? We love to know how far our stories travel. I wake up with sunlight streaming through the bedroom window. It is Tuesday, 3 days after my wedding. I turn my head on the pillow and see Caleb still sleeping beside me, his arm across his chest, breathing slowly. My husband. The word still sounds strange in my head, but at the same time so right, so perfect. I get up carefully so as not to wake him, grab my robe, and go to the kitchen to make coffee. The house still has that new smell, that newlywed scent. We spent our honeymoon right here, in the house I inherited from my Aunt Rose 2 years ago. It is a single-story home, simple but cozy, in a quiet suburban neighborhood. 2 bedrooms, a spacious living room, and a kitchen I remodeled myself, my little corner of the world. While the coffee maker makes that familiar gurgling sound, I pick up my cell phone from the table. Congratulations messages are still coming in, along with photos guests took on Saturday. I smile looking at the images. Everything was so beautiful. The venue we chose, Oakwood Gardens, looked exactly as I imagined. Simple decoration with white flowers and amber string lights. About 50 guests, just the people who really matter. My phone vibrates. Unknown number. I answer without thinking much. "Hello? Sarah? This is Brenda, from the Oakwood Gardens administration." I recognize her voice immediately. Brenda was the one who helped us when we went to choose the venue. A woman in her 40s, very attentive. "Hi Brenda. Is everything okay?" "Sarah, I need to talk to you about a delicate matter." Her voice changes, becoming more serious, almost tense. "Our technician was verifying the security system recordings last night. We had a small technical glitch on Saturday, and he needed to review everything to identify the fault." My heart speeds up without knowing exactly why. "Yes? Did something happen?" We found a recording from your event. A situation that you need to see personally. I cannot talk about this over the phone." I feel my stomach tighten. "What kind of situation?" "Sarah, please, trust me. You need to come down here and see this with your own eyes. When can you come?" I don't know. Today in the afternoon? The sooner the better." "And Sarah, one more important thing." She hesitates. "Come alone. Do not say anything to your husband yet. You will understand when you see it." I freeze. What on earth could be on those recordings that she cannot tell me over the phone? And why can't I talk to Caleb? "Okay," I manage to say. "I will head there around 2 in the afternoon. I will be waiting. Forgive me for this, Sarah." She hangs up. I stand there staring at the phone, feeling a strange anxiety rising in my chest. I hear footsteps behind me. Caleb appears in the kitchen, still in his boxers and t-shirt, yawning. "Good morning, wifey," he says with that smile that always melts me, and kisses me on the forehead. "Good morning," I reply, trying to sound normal. He grabs a mug of coffee and sits at the table. I cannot stop thinking about the call. What is in that recording? I go over the entire wedding in my head. Everything was perfect. Caleb was by my side the whole time. We danced, we toasted, we accepted congratulations. My best friend Jessica was radiant as the maid of honor. His parents were kind. My parents cried with emotion. Everything normal. Everything happy. "You're quiet," Caleb observes. "Is everything okay?" Yeah, just still tired." He smiles. "They were intense days, right? But worth every second." I nod, forcing a smile. He finishes his coffee and says he needs to swing by work to resolve a pending issue. He is a civil engineer at a small construction firm. He works a lot, earns reasonably well, and is dedicated. He always was. I met Caleb 1.5 years ago at a barbecue at a mutual friend's house. He was there, talking football with the other guys. And when our eyes met, I felt something different. We started talking that night and never stopped. He was funny, attentive, interested in everything I talked about. I am a high school history teacher at a public school. I do not earn much, but I love what I do. Caleb always respected that, always encouraged me. 6 months later, he proposed. He said he did not want to wait any longer, that he was certain I was the one. I was certain too. My parents adored him. My mom said, "That boy has sincere eyes." My dad, more suspicious, investigated a bit but ended up approving. Caleb was exactly what he seemed. A decent, hard-working, honest man, or at least that was what I thought. Now, with that strange call from Brenda, a seed of doubt is planted in my chest. I do not want to believe it could be something bad. Maybe it is just some problem with the bill, or some guest who behaved badly and she wants to warn me. Yes, that must be it. Caleb gets dressed and leaves around 10 in the morning. I stay home alone, pacing from one side to the other. I cannot concentrate on anything. I turn on the TV, turn it off, grab a book, read 3 pages, and absorb nothing. The clock seems to move in slow motion. Finally, it is 1:30 in the afternoon. I get ready quickly, jeans and a blouse, tie my hair back. I grab my purse and car keys. My heart beats fast as I drive to Oakwood Gardens. It is about 20 minutes from home in a more secluded area, surrounded by trees. It is a beautiful place, perfect for intimate weddings like ours. When I arrive, the parking lot is empty. The place only operates for scheduled events, so on weekdays, it is deserted. The main door is ajar. I enter slowly. Brenda? She appears from the side hallway, wearing dress pants and a white shirt. Her face is serious, almost worried. Sarah, thank you for coming. Let's go to the office. I follow her down a narrow hallway to a small office in the back. There is a desk, 2 chairs, an old computer, and a pile of stacked folders. She closes the door behind us. Have a seat, please. I sit, my hands sweating. Brenda pulls the other chair closer and sits in front of me. Sarah, what I am going to show you is very hard. I thought a lot about whether I should or not, but I decided that you have the right to know. Know what? For the love of God, Brenda. You are scaring me. She takes a deep breath, turns the computer monitor toward me, and clicks the mouse. The screen shows a black and white image, clearly from a security camera. I recognize the place. It is the storage shed in the back of the venue, where they keep extra chairs, folding tables, and cleaning supplies. There is an old sofa leaning against the wall, full of boxes stacked around it. This camera is in the shed, Brenda explains. We installed it after we had some break-ins a few years ago. It records image and sound. The time in the corner of the screen reads 10:17 at night. Saturday, the night of my wedding. Brenda presses play. The door to the shed opens. A woman enters. I recognize her immediately. It is Jessica, my maid of honor, my best friend since college. She is wearing the emerald green dress we chose together, her blonde hair falling over her shoulders. She looks back, as if checking if anyone is coming, and then enters completely. Seconds later, a man appears in the doorway. Tall, broad shoulders, gray suit. Caleb, my husband. I feel the air vanish from my lungs. On the screen, Caleb closes the door behind him. Jessica turns to him and says something I cannot hear yet. Brenda turns up the volume. Now I hear her voice, a bit muffled but clear. I thought I wasn't going to be able to handle the whole night. Caleb steps toward her. Relax, it's almost over. Almost over? Jessica laughs, a nervous laugh. Caleb, I am losing my mind, seeing you there, dancing with her, kissing her, telling her you love her. It makes me want to vomit. He pulls her by the waist. My heart is beating so hard it hurts. Just hold on a little longer, my love. Everything is going as planned. And then they kiss. It is not a quick greeting kiss. It is a long, deep, desperate kiss. Caleb's hands are on her hips. Her hands are on his face. They kiss like people who have desired each other for a long time. Like lovers. I cannot move. I cannot breathe. I can only stare at that screen, feeling every second like a stab wound. They separate. Jessica presses her forehead against his. How much longer are we going to have to pretend? Just until she puts the house in my name, Caleb replies, and his voice is calm, calculating. I am working on that. I already mentioned putting everything on the deed, putting it in both our names to legalize it. She is going to accept. I am sure. She is too naive. Jessica lets out a bitter laugh. Naive? She is an idiot, Caleb. She always was. Remember in college? While we were having fun, she stayed in studying like a fool. She never had a decent boyfriend. Lived alone. It was too easy to make her fall in love with you. Caleb smiles. That smile I thought was beautiful. That made me feel special. Now I see what it really is. Cruel. Fake. It was. All it took was being attentive, bringing little flowers, giving compliments. She fell for it hook, line, and sinker. And the house? Jessica asks, anxious. Are you sure she is going to put it in your name? Totally. Sarah trusts me blindly. I am going to tell her it is for our security, that it is important we are equals in the marriage. She is going to sign the papers without thinking twice. And then? Then we wait a few months. I ask for a divorce, sell the house, and we disappear from here. We go to another city. Start over. Just you and me, like it always should have been. Jessica kisses him again. Tears stream down my face without me realizing it. I cannot look away from the screen. I love you, she whispers. I love you too. I have always loved you. Only you. They stay a few more minutes talking quietly, laughing, touching each other. Then Jessica says she needs to get back to the reception before someone notices her absence. Caleb says he will leave a few minutes later. They kiss one more time, and she leaves. He stays alone in the shed, checks his cell phone, and then leaves too. The screen goes empty. Brenda pauses the video. The silence in the office is absolute. I feel as if my whole body is numb. It is not real. It cannot be real. But it is. It is right there, recorded, impossible to deny. Sarah, speaks Brenda softly. I am so sorry. I truly am so sorry. I cannot speak. The words are stuck in my throat, mixed with sobs I cannot control. My entire life over the last 18 months was a lie. Caleb never loved me. Jessica was never my friend. They were together the whole time, laughing at me, planning to rob me. The house, of course. It was always about the house. The house my Aunt Rose left me when she died. A woman who worked her whole life as a seamstress, saved every penny. She bought that house with the sweat of her brow. She raised me after my mom died when I was 12. She was my second mother, and she left me the only thing of value she had. Caleb knew that. Jessica knew that. And the two of them cooked up this disgusting plan to rob me. Do you want a copy of the recording? Brenda asks gently. I manage to nod. She plugs a USB drive into the computer and transfers the file. When it finishes, she hands it to me. Sarah, if you need anything, a witness, whatever, I am here. Thank you, I manage to whisper. I leave there in a state of shock. I get into the car, close the door, and sit there, staring at nothing. The USB drive is in my hand, small, light, but carrying the weight of the entire truth. I do not know how long I stay there. It could have been 10 minutes. It could have been an hour. Eventually, I start the car and drive. Not home. I cannot see Caleb right now. If I see him, I do not know what I will do. I drive to my parents' house. They live in a small apartment on the other side of town. My dad is retired. He worked his whole life as a bus driver. My mom is a homemaker. Simple, honest people who taught me to trust people, to see the good in the world. And now I discovered that trust was used against me. I park in front of the building and call my dad. Dad, can I come up? I need to talk to you and Mom. It is urgent. Of course, sweetheart. Come up. I enter the elevator and press the button for the 5th floor. When the door opens, my parents are already waiting in the hallway. Their faces change when they see me. Sarah, what happened? My mom runs to me. You are crying. I cannot hold it anymore. I break down right there in the hallway, and my mom hugs me. My dad guides us inside the apartment and closes the door. Speak, honey. What happened? Did you fight with Caleb? I sit on the living room sofa, between my parents. I take the USB drive out of my purse and put it on the coffee table. You need to see something. My dad takes the drive, turns on the TV, and connects it to the laptop he uses to watch movies. He opens the file. The three of us sit there, watching that horrible scene unfold again. My mom lets out a choked scream when she sees Caleb kissing Jessica. My dad goes pale, his jaw locked. When the recording ends, He is sitting with his fists clenched, trembling with rage. "I am going to kill that bastard," he says through his teeth. "Dad, no." "What do you mean no? Look what he did to you. Look how he deceived you. My mom is crying, hugging me. My daughter, oh my God, my daughter." I sit there, letting her comfort me, feeling empty. All the pain I felt in Brenda's office is giving way to something else, something cold, hard, anger. "Sarah, you are going to divorce him this very day," my dad says. "And Jessica, that snake, I am going to." "Dad, wait!" I raise my hand, asking for silence. "I need to think." "Think about what? Are you going to let that guy stay in your house?" "No. But I cannot just go home and tell him everything. He will deny it. He will invent excuses. He will try to manipulate me again." My mom wipes her tears. "So, what are you going to do?" I stay silent, looking at the USB drive. An idea begins to form in my head, an idea that makes my heart beat faster. I want everyone to know. I speak slowly. Everyone who was at the wedding. I want them to see who Caleb really is, who Jessica really is. My dad frowns. "How?" "I am going to organize a lunch next Saturday, a thank you lunch for the wedding guests. I am going to invite everyone again. And in the middle of the meal, I am going to show that recording to everyone." My mom opens her eyes wide. "Sarah, are you sure?" "Absolutely. They laughed at me, Mom. They made plans to rob me, to use me. They thought I was too stupid to figure it out. I want them to feel shame. I want everyone to know." My dad thinks for a moment, then nods slowly. "It is risky, but it is fair. I will help you," my mom says, taking my hand. "Whatever you need." I spend the rest of the afternoon at their house, putting together the plan. My dad writes everything down in a notebook. First step, rent Oakwood Gardens again. Second step, invite all the wedding attendees. Third step, prepare the presentation of the recording. I call Brenda and explain what I want to do. She stays silent for a few seconds, then says, "Sarah, you are absolutely right to do this. I will help you. I will give you a discount on the rental, and I will personally handle the equipment for the projection." "Thank you, Brenda. You're welcome." That kind of people needs to pay for what they do. I hang up and start making the guest list. 50 people in total. My parents, aunts, uncles, cousins, Caleb's parents, his sister, friends from the school where I work, his friends from work, and of course, Jessica. My mom helps me write the invitation messages. We send them via WhatsApp to everyone. "Hello, Caleb and I want to thank you for your presence at our wedding by hosting a special lunch next Saturday. Same place, at noon. It will be a lovely gathering, with good food and lots of gratitude. We are counting on you." The replies start coming in. Most confirm attendance immediately. Some ask if they can bring a +1. I tell them yes. The more people, the better. "Let everyone know," Jessica replies in less than 5 minutes. "Ah, how sweet. Of course, I'm coming. Wouldn't miss it for the world." She follows the message with several heart emojis. I feel bile rise in my throat. How can she be so fake? How can she send me affectionate messages after everything? When 6 o'clock approaches, I go back home. Caleb is in the living room watching TV. "Hi, babe. Where were you?" "I was worried." I force a smile. "I went to my parents' house. My mom wasn't feeling well. I stayed there helping her." "Oh, poor thing. Is she better?" "Yes, she is." He gets up. He comes to kiss me. I have to make a superhuman effort not to turn my face away. I let him kiss me on the lips, feeling disgust, repulsion. But I cannot show it. "Not yet. Babe, I had an idea." I speak, feigning excitement. "I wanted to host a lunch next Saturday to thank the people who came to our wedding." "What do you think?" Caleb frowns. "A lunch? I don't know, Sarah. Isn't it too soon for that?" "Oh, but it will be cool. A way to give back the affection from everyone. And it will be at the same place. Easy to organize." He hesitates. I see in his eyes that he doesn't want to, but he also doesn't want to seem rude. "All right. If you want to, let's do it." "Thanks, babe. It is going to be beautiful." He returns to the sofa. I go to the kitchen and start making dinner, my hands trembling. Every second by his side is torture. But I need to hold on. Just a few more days. Just until Saturday. During the week, I keep the routine normal. Wake up, make breakfast, go to work at the school, come back, make dinner, watch TV with Caleb, go to sleep. At night, when he hugs me in bed, I close my eyes and think of something else. Anything but that lying man beside me. Jessica sends me messages every day. How are you, friend? Married life treating you well? Let's grab coffee. I reply to everything with feigned joy. Everything is super. He is perfect. See you Saturday at the lunch. On Thursday, Brenda calls me confirming everything is ready. The hall reserved, tables organized, catering hired, and the projector with screen installed, connected directly to the USB. Are you sure about this, Sarah? She asks. Absolutely. Then, it is done. Saturday at noon. It is going to be intense. Friday night arrives. Caleb is on the sofa with his phone, probably talking to Jessica, arranging when they are going to see each other again, laughing at my face. I feel the rage boil inside me. Sarah, come here a sec, he calls me. I go to the living room. I sit next to him. I was thinking, he starts, with that smooth voice that used to fool me, about fixing the house deed, putting it in both our names. You know, I think it is important. We are married. We have to share everything. I look at him, keeping my face neutral. It is exactly what he said in the recording he would do. Manipulate me to put the house in his name. Oh yeah? You think? I think. It is a matter of security, of equality. I do not want to feel like I am just crashing in your house. I want it to be our house for real. The words come out of his mouth so smooth, so convincing. If I hadn't seen that recording, I probably would already be accepting, thinking his gesture is sweet. Let me think about it a little, I reply. He seems surprised. Think? Why? It is something natural between married couples. I know, babe. I just want to be sure. It is Aunt Rose's house, you know? It has great sentimental value. I see a shadow pass over his face. Irritation, impatience, but he hides it quickly. Of course I understand. No rush. I get up and go to the bedroom. I hear him grumble something quietly, but I ignore it. Tomorrow everything ends. I wake up Saturday with a pit in my stomach. Caleb is still sleeping. I get up, shower, dress carefully. I choose a simple but nice outfit, jeans, and a white blouse. I want to look serene, in control. Caleb wakes up. He gets ready. On the way to Oakwood Gardens, he tries to talk, but I answer with monosyllables. He notices I am weird. Are you okay, Sarah? Yes. Just a little nervous about the lunch. Nervous why? It will be chill. Yes, it will be. We arrive at the venue shortly before noon. Brenda is at the door. She greets me with a knowing look. The guests start arriving. My parents, already knowing everything, hug me tightly. I see in their eyes the same determination I feel. Caleb's friends arrive. His parents, his sister, Susan, Caleb's mom, comes to greet me all smiles. How lovely, Sarah. You are so thoughtful. I smile, thanking her. His sister, Emily, is also kind. None of them know what is about to happen. Jessica arrives last, entering the hall as if she were a star. Tight red dress, high heels, hair blown out. She comes straight to hug me. Friend, what a wonderful lunch. You are the best. I return the hug, feeling the urge to push her away, but I control myself. Thanks for coming, Jess. She goes to greet Caleb. She gives him a kiss on the cheek casually. The two exchange a quick glance that does not go unnoticed by me. Are they arranging something? Planning the next secret meeting? Everyone settles at the tables. The buffet is served, varied food, drinks. People eat, talk, laugh. It is a happy, normal scene. No one imagines what is coming next. I wait for everyone to finish eating. Around 1:30, I stand up and go to the center of the room, near the screen that is covered by a cloth. Hey everyone, can I have your attention for a minute? The conversations die down. Everyone looks at me. Caleb too, with a curious smile. Caleb and I wanted to thank you all so much for your presence at our wedding. It was an unforgettable day. People smile, some clap. And to make this lunch even more special, I prepared a surprise. A behind-the-scenes video of the wedding. Images you guys didn't see but that are very revealing, I signal to Brenda. She kills the lights in the hall, leaving only the natural light from the windows. She turns on the projector. The screen lights up. The black and white image of the storage shed appears. Some guests lean forward, curious. Caleb frowns. Sarah? What is that? I do not answer. I just look at the screen. The door to the shed opens in the recording. Jessica enters. I hear some confused murmurs in the room. Then Caleb enters on the screen. He closes the door. The room goes absolutely silent. On the screen, Caleb and Jessica start talking. Brenda turns up the volume. Their voices fill the space. I thought I wasn't going to be able to handle the whole night. Relax. It's almost over. I hear someone gasp. I look sideways and see Susan bringing her hand to her mouth. On the screen, Caleb pulls Jessica and they kiss. Long, passionately. The room explodes in exclamations of shock. Jessica stands up abruptly, knocking over her chair. Sarah, can I explain? Sit down, says my dad with a cutting voice, and watch until the end. Caleb is pale, looking from the screen to me without knowing what to do. The audio continues. Their words, cruel and calculating, echo through the room. Just until she puts the house in my name. I am working on that. She is too naive. It was too easy to make her fall in love with you. Susan lets out a sob. Emily, Caleb's sister, has her mouth open. His friends look at him with expressions of repulsion. Sarah trusts me blindly. I am going to tell her it is important we are equals in the marriage. She is going to sign the papers without thinking twice. My mom is crying softly. My dad holds her hand, but his eyes are fixed on Caleb, full of hatred. The recording continues to the end. Jessica saying, I love you. Caleb responding, I have always loved you, only you. The final kiss. Their exit from the shed. When the screen goes black, the silence in the room is deafening. No one moves, no one speaks. Then Susan stands up, walks over to Caleb, and slaps him. The sound echoes in the hall. How could you? She screams with a broken voice. How could you do this to that girl? I didn't raise you like this. Caleb holds his face, stunned. Mom, shut your mouth. She cuts him off. I don't want to hear your voice. Emily also stands up, looking at her brother with disgust. You are disgusting, Caleb. Disgusting. His friends start getting up, one by one, leaving the room without saying a word. Some look at me with pity, others with respect. One of them, Michael, stops at the door and speaks loudly. Sarah, you deserve something much better than this trash. Caleb tries to get up, coming in my direction. Sarah, please, let me explain. Explain what? My voice comes out firm, controlled. It is all there, in the recording. Your words, your plans, your lies. It was a mistake. A mistake? I take a step forward, looking him right in the eyes. A mistake is tripping, Caleb. A mistake is forgetting something. You planned this. You deliberately deceived me, lied to me, pretended to love me, all to steal my house. Jessica tries to approach too, but my mom blocks the path. Don't come near my daughter, Snake. Auntie, I just wanted— You don't want anything. You are a fraud, Jessica. A rotten person disguised as a friend. Tears stream down Jessica's face, but I do not know if they are of regret or shame for being exposed. My dad stands up, walks toward Caleb. You have 1 hour to get your things out of my daughter's house. 1 hour. If when I get there, you are still inside, I am calling the cops. But sir, 1 hour, repeats my dad, louder. Caleb looks around, seeking support, but finds only looks of contempt. Even his own parents turn their backs on him. Susan is crying, being consoled by Emily. Sarah, Caleb tries one last time. Can we talk? In private? We have nothing to talk about. You lied from the beginning. You invented feelings, pretended to be who you are not. You used my trust against me. All for money, for a house. I take the ring off my finger. It shines in the dim light of the hall. I walk up to him and put the ring in his hand, closing his fingers around it. Here, it means nothing. It never did. He stands there, holding the ring, without reaction. And Jessica, I turn to her. Our friendship is over. You betrayed me in the worst way possible. You took advantage of my trust, of our history, to conspire against me. I don't want to see you anymore. Never again. Jessica sobs. Sarah, please, let me speak. No, get out of here. Both of you. Get out of my sight before I lose control. Jessica grabs her purse and runs out of the room, her heels clicking on the floor. Caleb hesitates. He looks at his mom one last time. Susan looks away. He lowers his head and leaves too. When the door closes behind him, my legs go weak. My dad catches me. Easy, sweetheart. It's over. The guests who are still in the room start coming to talk to me. My friends from school hug me, crying along with me. My coordinator, Mrs. Higgins, holds my hands. You were very brave, Sarah. Very. I admire you. My aunts, cousins, everyone comes to offer support. Even some of Caleb's friends, the ones who were closer to me too, come to apologize. We didn't know anything, Sarah. If we had known, we would have told you. I know, it's not your guys' fault. Susan approaches at the end, her eyes red from crying so much. Sarah, forgive me for my son. I don't know what happened to him. I swear I didn't know anything about this. I hug her. I know, Susan. You were always good to me. That doesn't change. He isn't going to get away with this. I'm going to make sure he learns his lesson. Emily hugs me too. You deserve the world, Sarah. I hope you find someone who truly values you. They leave. Gradually the hall empties. I am left alone with my parents and Brenda. Let's go home, says my mom. You need to rest. I'm going with you guys, says my dad. I'm going to make sure that bastard is gone. Brenda hugs me. You were incredible. Seriously. I've never seen someone with so much courage. Thank you, Brenda, for everything. We leave the place. The sun is strong outside, contrasting with the storm that just passed inside the hall. We get into the car, and my dad drives to my house. When we arrive, I see that Caleb's car is no longer in the driveway. We enter. The house is silent. I go to the bedroom. His closet is empty, the bathroom without his products. He took everything. On the bed, there is a folded paper. I open it. It is a handwritten letter. Sarah, I know I have no right to ask for forgiveness. I know I ruined everything. But I wanted you to know that at some point, in the middle of all this, I started feeling something real for you. It wasn't all a lie. Sorry for hurting you. Caleb. I crumple the paper and throw it in the trash. A lie until the end. I do not believe a word. My dad checks the whole house. He verifies if he didn't take anything besides Caleb's personal things. Everything is in its place. I am going to change the locks tomorrow, he says. Just to be safe. Thanks, Dad. They stay with me the rest of the day. My mom makes food. My dad stays with me in the living room. Night falls, and they insist on sleeping in the guest room. We aren't going to leave you alone today, says my mom. I don't argue. I don't want to be alone anyway. I lie in bed, staring at the ceiling. I should be feeling empty, destroyed, and partly I feel that way. But I also feel something else. Relief, justice, liberation. Caleb isn't going to succeed in robbing me. Jessica isn't going to pretend to be my friend anymore. Everyone knows the truth now. And I am no longer the naive Sarah they thought I was. I sleep deeply for the first time in a week. I wake up Sunday with the sun coming through the window. I hear voices in the kitchen. I get up and go there. My parents are making breakfast. Good morning, sweetheart, says my dad. It is weird to have them here in my house, but good. It makes me remember when I was a child, waking up in their house before my biological mom died. Simpler times. My cell phone vibrates on the table. Several messages. I open them. They are from my school friends, cousins, even people I barely know, all giving me support, saying I did the right thing. There is a message from an unknown number. I open it. Hi, Sarah. It's Michael, Caleb's friend. I wanted to tell you that you were amazing yesterday. Caleb doesn't deserve you. If you need anything, count on me. Take care. I smile. Good people still exist. There is another message. That one is from Jessica. My first instinct is to delete it without reading, but curiosity wins. Sarah, I know you don't want to talk to me, but I need to tell you I am so sorry, truly so sorry. I was an idiot, a horrible person. You were always good to me, and I betrayed you. I don't expect your forgiveness, but I wanted you to know that I will carry this guilt forever. I delete the message without replying. The words mean nothing coming from her. Monday arrives. I return to work at the school. As soon as I enter the teacher's lounge, my colleagues surround me. Sarah, how are you? Do you need anything? You were so brave. Mrs. Higgins, the coordinator, calls me in private. Sarah, if you need a few days off, we understand. No, thanks. I prefer to work. It distracts me. She nods. You are strong. I admire that. The classes actually help. Being with the kids, teaching history, grading papers. It is a refuge from the emotional confusion I still feel inside. On Tuesday, I receive a call from a lawyer. It is someone Susan, Caleb's mom, hired to help me. Mrs. Sarah, my name is Mr. Davis. I was hired by Mrs. Susan Patterson to assist you with the divorce proceedings. She insists on paying all expenses as a way of apologizing for her son. I get emotional. Susan doesn't have to do that, she insists, and I agree with her. Mr. Caleb committed moral fraud. Although not a crime, it is an injustice that needs to be repaired. Thank you, Mr. Davis. I will prepare all the documents. With the recording as evidence, the divorce will be quick. And Mr. Caleb will not have rights to anything of yours. Not the house, not alimony, nothing. Perfect. I hang up, feeling a weight lift off me. Susan calls me right after. Sarah, dear, I can't sleep thinking about what my son did. Please, accept my help. Susan, you are not to blame, but I am his mother. I have responsibility. Let me do this for you. Okay, thank you. And Sarah, I cut ties with him. I told him that until he apologizes for real to you and becomes a better man, he is no longer welcome in my house. I don't know what to say. Susan was always good to me. It isn't fair that she suffers because of her son. Susan, one day, when things calm down, maybe we can talk. You will always be welcome here. She cries on the other end of the line. Thank you, sweetheart. You have a heart of gold. Days go by. The divorce process moves fast. Mr. Davis is efficient. Caleb signs everything without contesting. I think he knows he has no way to fight against the evidence. 2 weeks later, I get an unexpected call. It is Jessica. Sarah, please don't hang up. I just want to talk for 2 minutes. I should hang up, but something makes me listen. Speak. I broke up with Caleb. Silence. When I saw everyone's reaction at the lunch, when I saw the disappointment in your mom's eyes, in Susan's, in everyone's, I realized what we did. I realized I am a monster. And I don't want to be like that anymore. I ended it with him. I blocked him on everything. And I am going to therapy. I am going to try to understand why I did this, why I betrayed my best friend. I take a deep breath. Jessica, I don't know if I will ever be able to forgive you. You didn't just betray me. You laughed at me. You planned to rob me. You thought I was an idiot. I know, and I am the idiot, because I lost the best friend I ever had because of a guy who is worth nothing. You're right, you did lose her. I just wanted you to know that I will spend the rest of my life regretting it, and that you deserve all the best. I hang up. I have nothing else to say to her. A month later, the divorce is finalized. Mr. Davis calls me with the news. Everything is ready, Sarah. You are officially divorced, and the house remains totally in your name. Thank you, Mr. Davis, for everything, at your service, and if you need anything in the future, you can call me. I look at the ring I had kept in a drawer, the ring Caleb gave me, which represented empty promises. I take it and bring it to a pawn shop. I want to sell it, I tell the clerk. He evaluates it. I can give you $200. Perfect. I sell the ring. With the money, I buy new books for my classroom. Something productive. Something that helps other people. Life goes back to normal. Work, home, family, friends. But something changed in me. I am no longer naive. I do not trust blindly. And that is not bad. It is growth. 3 months after the fateful lunch, I am at the farmer's market on Sunday with my mom. We are picking out fruit when someone calls my name. Sarah? I turn around. It is Michael, Caleb's friend, who sent me the supportive message. Hi, Michael. What a coincidence running into you here. How are you? Good. Moving forward. That's good. You deserve it. We talk a bit. He is nice, funny. When we are about to say goodbye, he hesitates. Sarah, I know it might be too soon, but would you accept grabbing a coffee with me someday? Just to talk. No strings attached. I look at him. There is sincerity in his eyes. I think for a moment. You know, Michael, I am still recovering from everything that happened. I am not ready for anything right now. I understand perfectly. But when you feel ready, I would love to get to know you better. For real, no lies. I smile. I will think about your invitation. Thank you. He smiles back and leaves. My mom gives me a gentle nudge. Seems like a good guy? He seems like it, but I am going to take it slow. Doing well? Did you learn the lesson? Yes, I learned. I learned that not everyone is what they seem. I learned that trust needs to be earned, not given for free. I learned that I am stronger than I thought. 6 months later, I agree to coffee with Michael. We talk for hours. He tells me about his life, his dreams, his fears. He is honest, transparent. He doesn't make empty promises, and I like that. We start seeing each other frequently. No rush, no pressure, just getting to know each other for real. One day, he asks me about Caleb. Do you still feel anything for him? I think before answering, no. I feel pity for him. Pity for someone who is capable of destroying people for self-interest. But anger, sadness, love, none of that. He is a stranger to me. And Jessica? Her too. She sent me a message last month asking to talk. I deleted it without replying. Michael nods. You have every right. I know. Another 6 months pass. Michael and I are officially dating. He is different from Caleb in everything. He doesn't make exaggerated promises. He doesn't try to impress me with lies. He is himself, simple and true. When he sees my house, he makes no comment about putting it in his name, about splitting it, about deeds. He simply says, "Your house is beautiful, Sarah. You can feel the love you have for it, and that makes me trust him even more." A year and a half after the disastrous marriage with Caleb, I am sitting on my front porch, drinking coffee and reading a book. It is Sunday morning. The sun is rising. The birds are singing. Michael is next to me, reading the news. We don't live together yet. I am in no rush, and he respects that. My cell phone vibrates. It is a message from Susan. Good morning, Sarah. Caleb got married yesterday, to a girl he met 6 months ago. Just wanted to warn you in case you see it on social media. Hope you are well and happy. Kisses. I show the message to Michael. So, how do you feel? I think for a moment. Nothing. I feel nothing. I just hope he doesn't do to her what he did to me. Do you think he changed? I don't know. And it's not my problem. Michael kisses my forehead. You are incredible. Did you know that? I smile. 2 years after the fateful day of the lunch that changed my life, I am at school decorating my classroom for the end-of-year holiday party. The kids help me, hanging ornaments, taping up drawings. Mrs. Sarah, are you going to get married again? An innocent student asks. I laugh. Maybe someday, Laura. Why the question? Because my mom said, you are pretty and cool, and you deserve a real prince. I get emotional at the child's simplicity. Your mom is very kind. Tell her I appreciate it. That night, Michael picks me up at school. We go to dinner at a simple restaurant, one of those we like. During dinner, he is quiet, kind of nervous. Everything okay? I ask. Yes, it's just, I wanted to tell you something. My heart speeds up. Could it be? Sarah, we have been together for over a year, and I have never been so happy in my life. You are everything I ever wanted. Smart, strong, real. Michael. Relax, let me finish. I know you went through a lot. I know you have scars, and I don't want to rush anything. But I wanted you to know that I love you, truly. And when you feel ready, I would like to build a life with you. No pressure, no rush, on your timeline. My eyes fill with tears. But they are not tears of pain, they are of gratitude. I love you too, Michael, and I also want to build something with you. But you are right, let's go at our own pace. He smiles, relieved. No rush. No rush, I repeat. We finish dinner talking about the future. Simple plans, honest, traveling together, maybe living together in a few months. Who knows, maybe getting married in a few years, all at the right moment. When I get home that night, I sit on the sofa and think about everything I went through. The pain of betrayal, the humiliation, the rage. But I also think about the strength I discovered in myself, the courage to face the truth and expose the lie. I grab my journal, which I started writing in after everything happened. The therapist I started seeing suggested I write down my feelings. It has been helpful. I write, "Today Michael told me he loves me, and I believe him, not because I am naive again, but because he showed, day after day, that he is real, and that makes all the difference." I learned that love isn't just pretty words and empty promises, it is consistent actions. It is respect. It is truth. Caleb never knew what that was. Michael knows. And finally, I found peace. I close the journal and go to sleep, feeling complete for the first time in a long time. 3 years after the lunch that exposed everything, I receive an unexpected invitation. It is from Emily, Caleb's sister. "Sarah, I know it is weird, but my mom is turning 60, and she really wanted you to be there. She still considers you like a daughter. You don't have to accept. I understand if you don't want to come, but it would be very special for her." I talked to Michael about it. "What do you think?" "I think it depends on what you feel. Susan was always good to you. If you want to go for her, not for Caleb, then go. I think it over and decide to go. But I make it clear to Emily, I am coming. But if Caleb is there, I am leaving. He won't be there." My mom made it clear he shouldn't show up. The day of the party, I arrive with Michael. Susan sees me and runs to hug me, crying, "Sarah, my daughter, thank you for coming. Happy birthday, Susan. You deserve everything good." "And who is this handsome young man?" "He is Michael, my boyfriend." Susan squeezes his hand tightly. "Take good care of her, okay? She is special." "I know, ma'am. And rest assured I take care of her." The party is pleasant. I reconnect with Emily, Caleb's aunts and uncles, some family friends. Everyone treats me well, with respect. No one mentions Caleb. It is as if he didn't exist. At the end of the night, Susan calls me to a corner. "Sarah, I know you don't owe me anything, but I need to thank you." "Thank you for what?" "For exposing my son. I know it was painful for you, but it was the best thing that could have happened. He needed to be confronted with the reality of what he did." "And did he change?" She sighs. "I don't know. He got married again, but I have no contact with him. I cut ties until he apologizes for real to you, and to this day he hasn't done that." "Susan, you don't have to do this for me." "Yes, I do, because values are important, and I am not going to enable a son of mine being dishonest." I hug her. "You are an incredible woman." I leave the party feeling like I closed one more cycle. Susan is not to blame for what her son did, and maintaining a relationship with her doesn't mean forgiving Caleb. It means recognizing that good people exist, even in complicated families. Today, 5 years after that disastrous marriage, I look back and see how much I grew. I am no longer the naive Sarah who believed in everything, but I am also not bitter or closed off. I learned to trust again, but with wisdom. I learned to love again, but with my eyes open. Michael and I got married at the courthouse. Something simple, just with close family. No big party, no fanfare. Just the essentials, true love, and people who genuinely care about us. I still live in my house, Aunt Rose's inheritance, and now Michael lives with me. But the house remains in my name. Not because I don't trust him, but because I learned that having my own financial security is important. And he never suggested anything different. He respects my decisions. Sometimes, when I pass by Oakwood Gardens, I remember that day. The lunch that changed everything. The public exposure of the betrayal. And I no longer feel pain. I feel gratitude. Because if I hadn't discovered everything, I would have passed the house to Caleb. I would have been robbed. I would have lost much more than I lost. Life taught me that not every loss is bad. Losing Caleb was the best thing that happened to me, because it cleared the path for me to find something real. Now, if you liked this story, click subscribe and tell me in the comments which part left you with your mouth open. Oh, and don't forget to become a member to get access to exclusive videos that I don't upload here. See you there.